Hi everybody, my name is Shana, and today we are going to sweat like crazy for 30 minutes. We're using the TRX suspension trainer and the TRX Mini Bands to focus on strength and conditioning. After our warm-up, we're going to do a pyramid-style workout. We have 7 exercises. We're going to see them once, and then we're going to see them again at probably a higher intensity. Then we'll do a 5-minute AMRAP of exercises we've pretty much already seen, as many rounds as possible, and then we'll stretch and you're done. Sound like fun? Let's do this. We are going to work some big muscles and some tiny small muscles. TRX standing rollout for our warm-up. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Give me a nice strong active plank on the balls of your feet, buns tight. Roll the arms out just a touch and bring them directly beneath your shoulders. This is the same warm-up that I like to do every time. It's nice to have at least a little consistency in our workouts. And quite frankly, it's a good warm-up. Right now, we're setting your plank. Your core muscles are engaging. Your spine is aligning. Making sure that body stays straight, hips never sag. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat row combo. Straps stay at mid-length like they do the whole warm-up, standing facing the anchor point. Lean back just a touch, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Drop your bucket down, squat, plank, row and squeeze behind the shoulder blades and plank. Nice and low, plank, shoulder blades, release. You want to get that nice stretch in your hips and your knees. Oh yes, we're squatting today. And engage behind your shoulder blades to wake up your upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward lunge with Y fly. Mid-length, stand facing away. Start in your Franken plank position. Step forward with your right foot. Gently lower your left knee down. Shoulders fall away from your ears. Press into the handle. Step together. Bend the right knee down toward the floor. Make sure that back knee is actually lowering down toward the floor so you can really take advantage of that hip flexor stretch. Shoulders are again falling away from your ears, and you're actively pressing into the handles to keep the core braced. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do your TRX single leg hip hinges. We're going to work on balance and stretch out your hamstrings a bit. Straps at mid-length, stand facing, center your right foot to the anchor, press down in the handles. Hinge forward, a little stretch, and return, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Keeping that left heel in line with your hips and your shoulders. Your body stays in that perfectly straight line here. 10 seconds left. Do you feel the stretch in your right hamstrings on the bottom part? Are you keeping your left pinky toe pointed down toward the ground? Give me one more hinge. And then switch legs. Center the other foot to the anchor. Keep stretching and returning, actively pressing down into those handles. Shoulders staying down and back out of your ears. Body staying in that nice straight line. Squeezing the left bum. Pulling myself back up. 10 seconds to go here. Are you actively pressing down into those handles? More core engagement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lateral lunges. Give me a wide stance. Make sure your toes are pointed forward. Bend the left knee, lower the left bum. Pull yourself up. Bend the right knee, lower the right bum. And just keep going side to side. Now this workout coming up, we've got some pretty fast transitions. Exercises are 40 seconds in length, followed by only 20 seconds to move that band around and get to the next exercise. So if you need to, feel free to pause the video, get yourself into position, and restart. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finally, your golfer's rotation with shoulder sweeps. Hands belly button height, press down, rotate all the way up, touch the ceiling, tension on the straps. Open your chest up, back to the top. Are you keeping tension on those straps? If you don't feel a stretch, just walk a little further back away from the anchor point. If it feels like it's too much on your shoulders or on your back, then just move a little closer to the anchor point. 15 seconds left. Notice how I'm pivoting 180 degrees. I'm actually rotating on my toes, facing the other direction. And then combining it with that shoulder sweep. Last one. All right, guys. We got to get going. We're going in 30 seconds. We're starting with a TRX Plank with probably your lightest resistance band around your arms. Straps are at mid-calf length. Let's get your toes in so that we're ground facing away from the anchor point. Flip it over, facing away. Now, you're going to put that resistance band right in the middle of your forearms. Place your hands on the floor, squeeze behind your shoulder blades, and come on up. Squeeze your buns. Let's press those feet open and together. Now, the point of having this band here is for you to really feel those shoulder blades engaged, because you're having to force that band apart, creating some reflexive tension. Now, are your ears, shoulders, hips, and ankles in perfect alignment? Never let those hips sag. If you need to, you can set your knees down, reset, and come back into this position here. Now, we've got 10 seconds left, and you're going to have to quickly get this band just above your ankles for our banded plank jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set the knees down, double butt kick. Band goes around your ankles. Short rest breaks today because our goal is conditioning. We want to get that heart rate up. Now, plank jacks. Find that strong active plank. Feet about shoulder width apart. Going in 3, 2, and 1. More planking, you bet. Option, you can set. Bam, say we're going. Bam, and open and together. Again, really driving your arms down into the floor, buns tight. Set that plank. Squeeze it and brace it. Try not to let your booty come up, gang. Keep your body straight, ears, shoulders, hips, ankles in perfect alignment. 15 seconds left. Remember your options. Are your hips already screaming? 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get out of there. Good. Now, I'm going to have you switch to a slightly heavier band. We're going to do your TRX Banded Hip Presses. Straps stay at mid-calf length. You shouldn't have to adjust them. Your medium band goes just above your knees. Let's get your heels in the foot cradles. 3, 2, and 1. Knees stay bent at 90. Push down, lift up. Keeping tension in your band. Also, you don't get to straighten those legs as you lift your bum up. Make sure you're keeping your knees bent and a bend at your hips as well. Squeezing, pressing, and driving. Pushing down as you lift up. Are your toes back towards your shins? So your head and shoulders pressing into the floor. We have 10 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, those are rough. Banded TRX push-ups, quick transition. Let's get that light resistance band back around your forearms, and we're gonna get your toes in the foot cradles for push-ups. Ground facing away. I'm gonna put the band around my forearms, strong plank. Here we go. Lower it down, drive it up. So I'm feeling that same engagement behind my shoulder blades as I did during those planks we did in the beginning. My heels are driving back. My body's in that nice straight line. Squeezing your buns really tight. If you need an option, you can set your knees down. Make sure you keep pressing against the band and still engaging behind your shoulder blades. If you do set your knees down, make sure your ears, your shoulders, your hips, your knees are in perfect alignment. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, double butt kick to get out of there. Banded squat jumps with the suspension trainer. Let's get your medium or heavy band just above your knees. Straps are at mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Keep some tension in the band. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Drop the bucket, push, pull, land. Are you keeping those knees apart? Option, regular banded TRX squats. When you do these or your jump squats, make sure you keep the band pressed apart. Don't let it pull those knees in. If I'm jumping, I'm pulling and then pushing on the handles, absorbing the landing. Nice soft knees. Using my upper body for some height. Try to avoid leaning back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. TRX Skater Leaps. Take that band off. Straps stay at mid-length. Find some oxygen. Option 1, step, curtsy, step, curtsy. Option 2, jump and bend that knee. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I'm actively bending the knee, keeping my chest up toward the anchor, propelling myself to the side, pulling on those handles. Absorbing and landing. Remember your options. Step, curtsy, step, curtsy. Or a little bit of air time using those straps. Absorb every landing. Lower straight down like an elevator. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. TRX power pulls. Straps stay at mid-length. Stand facing the anchor point. Pull the left hand to your rib cage. Reach your right hand up toward the anchor. Tummy tight. You're going to slowly straighten the left arm. Body planked. Snap it up to your toes. 2 and 1. Buns tight. Open and snap. If you're finding slack on top, just walk under a little bit. Give me a little more tension. Are you keeping that left shoulder out of your ears? Are you squeezing your butt cheeks tight to keep your body straight and planked? And I've got great news for you. We've reached the top of the pyramid. We're going to start coming down by doing the other side of your power pulls. In 10 seconds left here. Body planked, open, brace, and drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch hands, same adventure. So now my right hand is going to be at my rib cage. Still 15 seconds. I'm on the balls of my feet, reaching my left hand up toward the anchor. Ribs are tucked in, tummy's tight, buns are tight, body's planked. We're going in 5. And slowly straighten out the right arm, open, and snap yourself back up. Are you engaging behind that right shoulder blade? I drop to my heels on the back side, pop to my toes on the front side. But notice how my body stays as straight as a cylinder as I rotate through. Are you keeping that right shoulder out of your ears? Are you squeezing those butt cheeks super tight? We have 15 seconds left here. Bam. Speed and power, and then we're gonna go back down that ladder, that pyramid. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, just because we're going back down does not mean you need to make things easier. In fact, can you pick it up a notch? We're back to skater leaps. Straps at mid-length, stand facing the anchor. To make it harder, you add more jumps to this. Can you make those jumps bigger? 3, 2, and 1. I jump and bend and reach behind. Jump and bend and reach behind. Absorb the landing. I'm checking my knee alignment, but then my eyes come right back out ahead of me or up at my anchor. I'm pushing side to side. See how far you can travel, but still absorb on that landing. Reaching the opposite leg, way behind in that curtsy. 15 seconds left. Then we'll do your banded squat jumps. 10 seconds to go. This workout's gonna fly by because we don't stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, your banded squat jumps. Can you use a thicker band? I'm gonna try to use my heavy band. Wish me luck, guys. Just above your knees. Straps at mid-length. Stand facing the anchor. 3, 2, and 1. Keeping tension on the band. Don't let it pull your knees together. You're in charge, not that piece of rubber. Pulling, pressing, absorb the landing. 30 seconds left. How low can you safely go? Can you keep those knees apart? Do you feel your buns screaming? I do. 15 seconds left. Option, regular banded squats. Still mean. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. TRX Banded Push-Ups. You're gonna bring your straps to mid-calf length. Grab your light or your medium band. Pop those toes in so you're ground facing away. Band goes around your wrists. Are you ready? Going in 3, 2, and 1. Strong plank. Down and press to the floor. This should give your lower body a bit of a break here, even though you still have to squeeze your bum and your quads for that perfect plank option. Body straight, still anchoring behind your shoulder blades. Belly button in. 20 seconds to go. Really pressing into the ground. We have last 10 seconds here. Give me a few more really good reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Come on, there we got your banded hip press. Give me your medium or your heavy band just above your knees, please. Are you sweating yet? Because I most definitely am. Mid-calf length. Drop those heels in. Knees at 90. Buns tight. Here we go. Push down, lift up. Driving your heels down to press your hips up back to the ceiling. But you'll notice we're getting close to the end of this pyramid. Are you keeping tension on that band? Remember, don't let the band win. Pressing it apart. Squeeze the buns first as you drive those hips up. Squeeze, lift, and tap. Now your head and shoulders should be on the ground. You might literally see my full body sweat print on the floor when I get up here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank jacks. We're gonna put that band around your ankles. I'm gonna grab the slightly lighter one. Looks like my dirty laundry on the floor here. All these bands just laying around. All right, get in that strong plank position. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Open and close. Open and close. Option. Out, tap, out, tap. Actively pressing your hands into the floor. Legs straight. Buns tight. Eyes out ahead of you slightly. Can you go wider for this round? We have 15 seconds left. Are you actively pressing into the floor? 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take that band off. One more. We've got your TRX Plank with the band around your arms. Straps are at mid-calf length. Let's pop your toes in so that you're ground facing away from the anchor point. Let's get that band around your wrists. Find that plank position, press it up, and stick it. Feet open and back together. Are your shoulders directly above your wrists? If you need to, guys, you can come down, reset, especially, you're going by the way, especially if you can't maintain that strong active plank and your hips are sagging. We have 20 seconds left. Keep cranking. This is our last thing until our AMRAP. But don't worry, we get a short little break in there for some water. 10 seconds left. Are you driving downward into those foot cradles? Are you squeezing the buns? Are you engaging behind your shoulder blades? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the knees down, double butt kick. All right. You got a minute and a half. Catch your breath while I set up your AMRAP. You've got 3 different exercises, and you've seen pretty much most of them. You're gonna do 10 reps of each of those exercises nonstop for 5 minutes. I wanna see how many rounds you can complete. And when you redo this workout in a week or in a month or whenever, you wanna try to have a higher score because you're totally gonna be fitter. All right. We'll start with our TRX banded squat jumps. Okay, so I'll have the medium band just above my knees. You can go heavy if you want. Go for it. We've done those. And then my TRX upper body banded crunches. So the band is gonna go in my hands. I'm gonna get in that same plank position we were just in and do 10 crunches. And then finally, we're gonna go into that banded hip press, 10 of those. So you're gonna go 10, 10, 10, and keep going through. Don't worry about where I'm at. If you can beat me, awesome. If you need to take more time than me, totally fine. And you can rest wherever you need to, but the goal is, how many times can you get through this? We're starting with your banded squat jumps. Straps at mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Tension on the band. You're counting to 10, your own pace. Here we go, 5 minutes are on the clock. This is your grand finale today. After these 5 minutes, we stretch. So once I've finished my banded squat jumps, I'm gonna take this band off. This is part of the 5 minutes of fun. For my TRX banded crunches, straps at mid-calf length, toes in, ground facing away, and I'll have the band around my wrists. If you're already ahead of me, awesome. If you're behind me, do what you gotta do. Then I'm gonna hit my 10 crunches. So a lot of this AMRAP will actually be transitions. And that band starts to get harder to get on when you get sweaty, right? When I'm done with my crunches, I'm gonna do a double butt kick to get out. Then I keep my straps at mid-calf length to do those TRX banded hip presses. And you saw those earlier in the workout. I'm gonna pop my heels in. Remember, you don't have to stay with me. You can plow ahead or take your time. And then I do 10 reps here. And after I finish those 10 reps, I'm gonna keep the band around my knees and go back to my 10 banded TRX squat jumps, or regular squats if jumping is off your repertoire for the day. So I finished my first round. How far are you? Now, when you're in those crunches, if you're there, make sure you maintain that perfectly straight, solid plank. If you need to make the crunches a little easier, you can go behind the anchor point. If you want to make them a little more challenging, which is totally your goal, then you crawl in front of the anchor point a bit. My band is getting a little bit moist. We're halfway there, by the way, guys. How many rounds are you going to get done? I'm setting a goal of 3. All right, remember those hip presses. Straps also stay at mid-calf length. And you want to make sure you're not straightening your knees out when you do that hip press. You want to keep your knees bent. If you're on a door anchor, you kind of keep those feet hovering right in front of the door, making sure you don't kick it. All right, guys, we've got 1:45 left. Can you complete another round? I'm gonna try. The fun thing about this microphone is you can hear every single breath I take, can't you? I can only hope you're breathing just as hard. I bet you're getting pretty good at getting your toes and heels in the suspension trainer now too, aren't you? We have a minute left. Can you finish this round? Strong planks. How are you getting with your transitions? All right, 45 seconds. Can I finish my 3rd round? Maybe you're finishing your 4th? 30 seconds. Oh, I might even be able to start my next round. 20 seconds to go. All right. I'm going to get more than my goal today. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, you did it. Guys, before we start stretching, grab a quick sip of water. So, you may have guessed, my favorite workouts to film with you guys are the strength workouts, because we get longer rest breaks. But clearly a challenge is always a little bit of fun. And now, I feel like I've earned my dessert tonight too. So, we're gonna do your seated figure 4 stretch. Straps can be at mid-length or mid-calf length. Have a seat way back behind your anchor point. Straighten your left leg out in front of you. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Now bend that left knee up, gently pressing your right knee away from you. We're stretching out that piriformis area and those smaller muscles of the bum, which is what you really target when you have the band around your knees and around your ankles. In this position, pressing the right knee away from you. If you need a little more stretch, you can pick up the toes of the left foot. But are your shoulders away from your ears? Are you gently pulling your chest up toward the anchor? And let's switch sides. So it feels pretty good now that it's over, right? Left ankle over your right knee. Bend the right knee up. Gently lift your chest up toward the anchor. Letting the left knee fall away from you. Shoulders down and back out of your ears. Let's pick up the toes on that right foot. So those are some pretty fast transitions. Again, hopefully you'll want to go through this again. Every time you do it, you'll get a little bit better at those transitions. But if you need to, you just pause the video, get into position, and then start the exercise. The TRX police won't come and arrest you for doing that. Gently pull your chest up a little further. Come on out of there. We're going to do your standing quadricep stretch here after all those squat jumps. Straps at mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. I'm going to have you put one hand, your left hand, in both foot cradles and press down on it. Now place your right foot into your right hand, but you're pushing downward. Try not to pull. Push down. Make your core engage on those foot cradles. It's a little sneaky trick to help maintain your balance by reflexively engaging your core. Now really squeeze your right bum to press the hips forward on that side. That's how you open up the hip flexors. A few big inhales and exhales again. You did it. And this is your reward. Shake it out, other side. Let's place your right hand into both foot cradles. And if that felt good, just hold it longer. You know how to pause the video by now. Press down on the foot cradles with your right hand. Grab your left foot with your left hand. Squeeze your left bum to push the hips open. And press downward on the foot cradles with your right hand. And again, kind of push your left foot into your hand too. All that can help release the hip flexors on that side. Give me a few nice big breaths. If you're losing your balance, push harder onto those foot cradles to find it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finally, your TRX chest and torso stretch. Straps are at mid-length or a little bit longer. Stand facing away from the anchor. Walk it forward until your arms are in a T. Now step one foot in front. Shoulders are down and back, actively pressing those arms apart. Big inhales and exhales. Feeling that chest open, letting the shoulders fall away from your ears. Maybe move back just a touch. Drop your right arm down. Reach your left arm up. And then drop your left arm down. Reach your right arm up. And then step those feet together. Forward fold. Take a bow. Let gravity just hang your head for a second. And come on up. Holy cow, was that a cardio blast? We worked big muscle groups with your squatting, your pushing, your pulling, but also those smaller stabilizing muscle groups by using the TRX Mini Bands. You burned a ton of calories. I had fun. I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye.